Why don't we take a quick stroll over and take a look at corn? It's one of the things I hold dear to my heart because, as I've said before, that's something that we grow on our farm, which I'll be at this weekend for Halloween to see all the little kitties in the small towns up there. It'll be fun. But good overnight action in corn. We've turned lower today after we were a tad bit higher. I think the high here going to tape is around 422 and change in D's corn. That's going to be a new high for the year and the move. So that's healthy, right? And what's not healthy is just be careful. This chart has gone straight up, as they say, like a homesick angel. So be careful. You need to have some Danger Will Robinson things going on here, because not that it means it's going to come down and go lower. It just means you have to be careful about getting too out over your skis. So the chart action is healthy for a bull, obviously, from the lower left to the upper right very quickly. But I'd like to make sure that you've got some animals priced here. Take advantage of these levels. Use the CME for what it's for, because these are great levels for you producers out there. July 15 of 2019, we had a high of 423 and a half. We got less than a couple of cents away from that. That would be the highest tick since May 5th of 2018. And that would have been a 30-month high. And when I say those numbers, don't get too bogged in them, but I'm just going to tell you that we've done a lot of work. And I can't imagine that you don't want to see these technical traders trying to reach for those levels to see if they can set off some buy stops. That's the only reason I bring it up. So you might see some buying later to kind of go up through some of those old high numbers to see if they can't set off some buy stops that you've got as customers kind of put buy stops at those levels traditionally to make sure that they can get themselves out of some bad positions. So keep that in mind. Maybe some buy stops. What we would say in the industry is we might have some buy stop fishing this week as we come into the end of the month with the market maybe trading higher, just to see if we've got anything there. And that's not uncommon, but that does happen. Another disconnect, I think, is that corn has been going up, so is ethanol, but at the same time we've seen crude oil trade lower. So that's going to make ethanol less attractive as we see this corn price rally and crude oil trading lower. So that could be kind of a darkish cloud on the horizon. I want just to bring that up, that as we've seen they both rally together, corn and ethanol, when you got crude oil kind of coming lower at the same time, that's not going to be a good thing. At least that's going to kind of calm things down a little bit. And so I just had to bring that up. Not that I'm, bearish or bullish. The market's going to do what the market's going to do, but you need to know what's happening around you so you can make a better choice or a better trade on what's facing you right now. So again, as ethanol and corn have rallied, we've seen crude oil kind of tail off, and that really shouldn't be happening if we're really getting really excited here. So be careful about getting too out over your skis. But I think that that's good information so that you know where you're at, and maybe you want to, again, get your risk down on paper and use the exchange for what it's for.